Espionage Group turned up only 2 cases in which the FBI has provided a heads up. Even senior policymakers discovered that they were targets only when the Associated Press told them, a situation some described as bizarre and disheartening. It's utterly confounding, said Philip Reiner, a former senior director at the National Security Council who was notified by the AP that he was targeted in 2015. You've got to tell your people. You've got to protect your people. The FBI declined to answer most questions from AP about how it had responded to the spying campaign. The Bureau provided a statement that said in part, the FBI routinely notifies individuals and organizations of potential threat information. And 3 people familiar with this matter, including a current and former government official, said the FBI has known for more than a year the details of Fancy Bear's attempts to break the Gmail inboxes. A senior FBI official who was not authorized to publicly discuss the hacking operation because of its sensitivity declined to comment on timing, but said that the Bureau was overwhelmed by the sheer number of attempted attacks. So, folks, dating back to 2015. Of course, Obama, more than knew, understood this stuff was going on and yet did nothing. And the AP was the one who was right there. It says AP did its own triage, dedicating 2 months and a small team of reporters to go through a hit list of Fancy Bear's targets provided by the cybersecurity firm SecureWorks. Previous AP investigators based on the list have shown how Fancy Bear worked in close alignment with the Kremlin's interest to steal tens of thousands of emails from the Democratic Party. The hacking campaign disrupted the 2016 U.S. election and cast a shadow over the presidency of Donald Trump, whom U.S. intelligence agency says the hackers were trying to help. The Russian government has denied interfering in the American election. So, folks, if anybody to blame, you can blame Obama because he was warned. The FBI knew. James Comey knew that they were doing this. But I know Donald Trump asked Vladimir face to face, and he said that he had to take him at his word. Personally, I think that Donald Trump knows just what the FBI knows and what they did know. If they've been doing this, they've been at it. To me, we got to up our A game. We got to be careful with Gmails. We got to be careful with emails in general. We got to have the best minds on top of it and how they can breach so easily our most confidential material, information from our parties, how they were able to hack in and continue to hack in. That's got to be job number 1, that we make sure that our systems are secure so this never happens again. I mean, this has to be really better thought out. I don't know if we go offline, stop using computers, go back to old filing cabinets. That might be the answer. I don't know. Or disconnect from the internet or go to thumb drives or something. That this is very interesting information. Because nearly 80 interviews with Americans targeted by Fancy Bear, you hear that? A Russian government-aligned cyber espionage group turned up only 2 cases in which the FBI had prevented a heads up. Didn't warn us. Hit it. Utterly confounding, said Philip Reiner. Of course it is. It's troublesome. They had the information. They didn't do anything with it. But yet there's the information, and it really has a lot of people very, very frustrated because if they did say something, there would have been a good chance they'd have been able to shut it down, but they didn't. Retired James Phillips from the military was one of the first people to have the contents of his inbox published by DC Leaks when the website made its June 2016 debut. But Army veterans said that he didn't realize his personal emails were flapping in the breeze until a journalist phoned him 2 months later. The fact that a reporter told me about DC Leaks kind of makes me sad. He said, I wish it was a government source. And they could have done it. Coulda, shoulda, done it. Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, there. Exactly. It's sad. And he's got a good point here. It should have been the government warning to protect their own. And that's the problem. Bureaucracy in Washington. The left hand does not know what the right hand is doing. And that's very troublesome. That's the problem with Washington. The information was right there at hand. They knew what was happening and failed to say anything. A failure. They had no one to blame but their own, and James Comey knew. The firing of James Comey, I'm telling you, further solidifies all those that said that he was doing the bad move. Don't you understand now, increasingly, why it was that he had to do what he had to do? He was ineffectual. He wasn't helpful. He actually hurt our country more than helped. And that's a shame. Not a good legacy to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, for the people, listeners supported, your donations keep us on the air. Pick up our coffee mug. It's on sale right now for $19.95. $3-4 shipping and handling gets it right to your door. But it'll keep us going strong, and we appreciate all of our donors across the country, our supporters that give us a little something monthly. Thank you so much. Keith Allen, for the people, saying all the best. May God bless.